Hey guys, DPG here, David Patrick Green, and before we get on with the video, please, if you would like to work with me, send me an email to dpg@davidpatrickgreen.com. And today I want to talk to you guys about how to make your auditions go a lot better by feeling more in control and less nervous. And this applies mainly to when you walk into a room. So this is for in-person auditions, but you can also apply the same thoughts and planning to your own self-tapes. So the key to in-the-room auditions, and I think this is probably missed, and in fact this is why it's going to really apply very well to self-taping, is that we often try to guess what the casting directors want. We try to guess what the director wants, the producers want. We may do some research on this, or we may just guess wildly. And what happens is, because we're worried we're not going to give them what they want, we tend to panic a little bit. We get nervous, we wonder, and we're sort of watching ourselves while we're acting. I don't know if any of that sounds familiar to you. If it does, please put a comment in the comment section. And the funny thing is, to keep it short, they don't know what they want. Okay, that's why they are bringing in multiple people, including you. So if you don't know these people already, and even if you do, they don't really know what you're going to do, and they don't have a hope that you're going to do it a certain way. They're really bringing you in to see what your thoughts are. They're basically asking you your opinion. So it's really important to get very clear on what your opinion is and then give it to them, and they can take it or leave it. So the way to give them your opinion is to simply trust yourself, okay? When you read the script or the scenes, the sides, whatever it is, trust your instincts. What do you make of it? If you had to tell somebody the story, what would you say? And then when you, once you've sort of got that in your head, oh, it's about a Little Red Riding Hood. It's a girl who is walking through the forest with a basket of goodies for her grandmother. She comes to her grandmother's house and she notices that something is a bit awry, and she starts asking her grandmother questions. And the more questions she asks, the more sort of nervous, I guess, the wolf gets, until eventually, well, her grandmother turns out to be a wolf and tries to eat Little Red Riding Hood. That's more or less the story, all right? So while you're telling the story in your mind, you have a vision of the wolf, you have a vision of Little Red Riding Hood, and she's talking the way you perceive her to talk. So that's really how you should talk. That's how you should deliver it. And you can also imagine what the other person is doing, because most readers aren't going to give you a lot because they're not as worried about it as you are. They're not preparing. They don't necessarily even know the story. So you have to imagine the whole story and then take over just the one part. Okay? So that's how you can do amazing self-tape auditions, amazing in-the-room auditions, is have a vision, have a plan. And it has to be a flexible plan, because you may be asked to do it a different way, in which case have an alternative. Say, well, it could be this or it could be that. This fact is a little bit in question, etc. And, it could just depend on the kind of mood Little Red Riding Hood is in that day. You could just give her some little thing that's going on that might change her mood, right? It might lift her up a little, it might lower her excitement or what have you. And how does she feel about her grandmother? Well, she loves her, but maybe her grandmother didn't make her favorite dessert the last time they had dinner, something like that. Just like, hi grandma, instead of hi grandma, it's just having an alternative way. And now here's the other part I want to share with you. Is if you're walking into a room, you can have a plan, but you don't really know what you're walking into. But that doesn't matter. You still have to be in charge. Okay, you have to take the reins. And that is the second part of this video that's really important, is to take charge of the thing and not worry too much about what you think everybody else wants you to do, because they don't know what they want you to do. They want you to show them what it's all about. So you can sort of imagine what a room looks like, and you can imagine the camera is in front of you, but it could be to the left and it could be to the right, and there could be 2 people in the room and there could be 10 people in the room. It really doesn't matter. Deal with it as it comes and allow yourself to go through whatever feelings you're going through as these moments arrive. So if you walk in and it's a room full of children, go, oh, well, hello, everyone. I wasn't expecting to see a room full of children. What are you all doing here, right? And allow yourself to go through that, because you'll come out the other side back where you started, which is relaxed and in charge and in control. Because if you try to fight those feelings like, oh my gosh, there's Steven Spielberg. Oh, the lights are low. The lights are too bright. They're coming from the side. I don't look good from this angle. There are things you can do. You can take charge of the situation. I can say, hey, can we turn up the lights because it seems a little dim in here and I don't look very good in dim light, right? These are the things you can do, and they will totally want you happy, and they may even not even realize the lights are dim, right? So this is where you've really got to have the confidence to do what it is that they want you to do. And what they really want you to do is put on a show. Take over and show them what it's all about, whether it's bright lights, dim lights, kids in the room or not. You've got to take charge and say, hey, so I thought I would do this first. Like, I would like to do the second scene first, if that's okay with you. I'd like to stand, I'd like to sit, I'd like to lie down, I'd like to eat popcorn. Whatever you want to do, just do it. And you can explain it to them, because that'll make it easier for them to sort of go with what you're thinking. So don't assume they know what you're thinking. But whatever you're feeling, let it out. Get it out of your system, because then you can get back to centered again and you can do the best possible job. Okay, guys, that's all I got for you, is to have a plan, whether it is taped or walk in the room style. Decide what you want to do and just do it. And there's no need to explain on a self-tape, and there's no need to explain like why you made your choices or whatever. I think the daughter is this, or I think Little Red Riding Hood is this, or whatever. Just do it. Just show them. And then take over the room. Just say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And you can do this at home with your readers. If you've got readers that are actors, tell them what you want them to do. If you've got a reader who is a loved one, tell them what you want them to do. And if you're imagining a specific type of read, then go ahead and ask them to read it that way. Say, listen, this person is desperate to get this person back in their lives, okay? So try to fight for me to get me back into your life, okay? And maybe even practice it once that way. Whatever it is, share your thoughts with people and ask them to do what you would like them to do, because all of this is in aid of helping the casting process go more smoothly, get a better performance from you, and find the right fit for the part. Hope this was helpful, guys. Please leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, share if you'd like to see more videos like this. And again, if you would like to work together, dpg@davidpatrickgreen.com, and I will talk to you soon.